and really, really good, but then like, it was an amazing thing. Elle would come on and go, we are focused, we are perfect, and they would just, and I almost invited her to come and hang out, even in scenes she wasn't in, just so they behave themselves and like focus. But they were all wonderful, and we were really lucky to cast, especially Joel Courtney, who had never been in anything before, and was just amazing. And I promise I'll make this quick, but every time I would give Joel a note, I would ask him to adjust something or change something, and he'd stare at me for a minute, and I'd look at him, and he'd say, "Right." And I'd be like, what the hell kind of reaction is that? Like, did he hear what I said? Is he hungry? It was shocking to me, and this happened all the time. And I'd want to go like, oh, but I would always just like, okay, let's try it. And then he would do it, and he would really nail it. Like he would really get there. And it was amazing, and what I realized was, at the end of the shoot, when I hung out with him a little bit, saw him do some interviews and stuff, I got to see who he really was later. He was so terrifying, the whole shoot, that it was like he was always sort of just like, is this where I'm going to lose the job? Is this, and I didn't even know. And it was like that thing of just, right, was like, oh God, this, he was just in a kind of like this little panic, and it was just, I had no idea, because I was, everyone tried to make it comfortable, and we tried to have a good time, and he obviously got along great with the other kids, but he just did an amazing job, and it was a huge burden, obviously, to be the star of this movie. And at the end, when he's talking to the creature, he was looking at nothing. I was standing right off camera with a big piece of cardboard, making his hair go back, and it was like he had to see this creature that he'd never seen, a rendering of, a picture of, and the scene working at all is 1,000%, because he was able to make you believe he was being held by someone, by something, and not just standing on the ground with a Jewish director doing that with Carmen.
So, hey Ryan, what about, one of the great moments is the My Sharona sitting on the curb, and it's the rhythm of the scene and the connection, the physics of friendship, it really comes across. Talk a little bit about that scene. When did you guys do that? Was it early in the shoot?
Yeah, we got it in one take,
yeah.
Which is pretty rare for us because a lot of the time we'd be laughing or something. But in this scene we were actually allowed to laugh, and just have fun. And it was like, I don't know, if we were singing the song right now, that's all we really had to do.
What you guys are singing?
Yeah. Well, guys, I'm ready. I don't know, just kind of. Zach was the air guitar. I started headbanging, literally, I don't know, like, in the middle of it, but we just had fun with it. That was, I think, one of my favorite scenes.
Yeah, Gabe and Elle, this movie's set in 79, did you kind of try to figure out what a kid would sound like and act like then, or did you just go with the script? Did you do any sort of research?
Well, actually, before we started shooting, JJ gave us all the kids, like, these huge packets of, like, 70s slang words. And we were, like, looking through them, we're like, they said this back then? And, like, groovy and, like, all those things. So, like, we tried to incorporate that a little bit, but, like, you wrote some of those words in the script as well. Like, mint and all that stuff. Yeah, then we had, like, all the high-waisted jeans and all that, and, like, all of our parents were like, oh, you look like me when I was your age. We're like, oh, God.
The clothes, it was so weird because they had the best catering on set, and you eat a lot, and then you try to fit into those tight pants, and it just wouldn't work. You'd be continually growing out of your wardrobe. But, yeah, the clothes were just... props to you guys who did that, who wore those things. Yeah, to answer your question.
So one of the things with any, this is for JJ and Dennis, I guess, with